Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily psychic tarot reading, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what news we can use. So let's get right to it, shall we? So this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If you would like a reading where I tune into your specific energies, your specific questions, there's a link in the description box below. Schedule a reading. We'll look at your energies. Now we're looking at general energies. So let's get going. In the past, you've got the world. This is ending a cycle. The end. Completion. A lot of wisdom. A lot of wisdom was received from that last cycle. New ways of perceiving self and world. It looks like you were called. This was a calling that called you out of an old way of being. It definitely interrupted your life. It interrupted your life in a very profound way. It looks like to the degree to which you were asleep and unwilling to see things differently, the calling, like when you wake someone up, someone who's sensitive and on their path to realizing what the calling is, what their path is, the gentle, this feels like you might have been very asleep, a little in unconsciousness, and so the wake up call was a bit shocking. Really, because you were so asleep, so unconscious of some aspect. It looks like that your environment was just like, let's mess this up. This isn't working. And so for a while there in the past, you were so very much in your environment and aware of what in your environment's not working. And so it's like trying to repair and fix out here in your environment instead of going within to find your answers. It's like things are falling apart and I need to quickly put them back together again instead of going within and acknowledging and find. I get it though, because it feels like your environment was really shooketh. It was shooketh on a spiritual level too. I mean, this because something wasn't working, feels like I can make this work. I can make this work. I can make this work. Like, no, girlfriend, guy friend, this isn't working. Feels like on a human level, you were trying to hold things together, and on a soul level, you were not where you were meant to be. So there was some other cycle that was ending. Okay, so your response to the wake up was deal with the environment and not going within as much. And so there was some cycle that didn't end. What is it that didn't end? Ooh, it's something about how you, something not ending about how you, your relationship, your beliefs around marriage, around those intimate connections, lasting intimate connections. Maybe you have beliefs that they don't work, or that they don't work for you, or nobody's interested in that with you, or I don't know. You're going to have to decide figure out what that belief is. But there's something here. Things blew up. You ended a cycle, things blew up. But because you didn't go within to find your answers around, it kind of feels victim-y. Like people aren't helping me. No one's there for me. Yeah, something around that. Maybe we'll get some clarity as we move on. Let's find out, shall we? So in present time, we've got the 9 of Swords. You might be having, some of you aren't sleeping well. Have had difficulty sleeping maybe the last month or so, on and off, or on, lack of sleep. There's something in your mindset that's, I feel like you're keeping really busy during the day, keeping your mind active and your body maybe, but I feel like it's covering up something that you're not wanting to deal with, and so it comes out at night when you try to go to sleep and quiet your mind and let go, then it comes up to be dealt with. Something around addiction, codependency, devil energy, toxicity, something you're releasing, it's leaving. Excuse me. Tuning into this devil energy. There's beliefs that you can't do it by yourself, or something like that. Something feels like in this energy. Okay, when you are feeling lonely, that is when the devil energy comes in, and you lower your standards, you lower your vibration, and you're like, I'd rather be with someone who's full of red flags than be by myself. And there's something about this devil energy finds its way in when you're isolated, or you feel alone, you believe you're alone, you believe you're in that kind of headspace of disconnect. And so someone with devil energy, anything feels better than being alone. So there's some type of wound around being alone and isolated. For some of you, this is coming from infancy, from not being given adequate for you, adequate connection and love and care. You might have been put into a crib and ignored and let cry, neglected. Yeah. And I feel like you're kind of battling with this in present energy, like, fine, let's play with the devil, let's dance with the devil, because at least I'm dancing. There is a bar that you lower, it looks like, because of loneliness. Yeah, and the thing is, you might have beliefs that at least I'm not alone, at least I don't appear alone to others, at least I've got something to work with, even if it's difficulty or it will lead to difficulty, because nobody's going to say like, yes, devil, let's play and get into the misery. Because when that devil energy comes in at first, it feels good. You have a connection, you have someone, it fills some type of need, that devil energy. Otherwise, nobody would join in. What happens is over time, then it's not built on reality. There's some type of lack picture that connection is made. And so eventually lack is created, but at first it feels fulfilling. But what I'm getting here is in present time, realizing that I feel like you're realizing it doesn't work. I can't move things forward. Nothing happens when I work with that devil energy or anybody who's in it. And so I can't move my life forward in a new way. It looks like you're protecting your energy right now. That looks really good in a healthy way. Like, no devil energy here. Maybe that's what's happening. There is a lot of mental turmoil. But it's kind of feels like you're choosing different pathways that you might not have in the past, because you're realizing that people who are toxic, it's just not worth the time and effort. It never lasts. It never gets you where you want to go. And so you have to start over at the same spot or even further behind. And so you're protecting your energy and you're like, yeah, you got to come to me. Yeah, it's got to match. You're protecting your energy and you're releasing burdens. This, I think the more you are in this energy and show yourself and the universe that, it's a free will universe. You get to choose. And it feels like you're choosing to, you're making choices for yourself, for your soul, taking care of yourself. There are some burdens. It's like you're at, again, an end of a cycle. There's some burdens that you're ready to release. I feel like this is, the burden, as I'm tuning into it, feels around that I have to do it by myself. Once you release those beliefs, those burdens, I have to do it by myself and I'm lonely and I'm so isolated. As soon as you let go of this way of being, it looks like even, so letting go of those burdens, and it's like you're soon as you let go of those burdens, your wishes come true. Heart fulfillment. Oh, so it's not that people aren't interested in you, could help, and who would be filling your cup of love and emotions in a wonderful way. It's not that they aren't out there, it's that your beliefs of being alone and separate, and there's something around your beliefs of in connection, in intimate, like those close connections, the closest connections. There's some beliefs you're clearing up, and that's why it's been so dense, because it feels very core. It's the relationships you're looking at and dealing with, the relationships and connections that are the closest to you. And so it's close to you. It's close to your heart. It's intense. But it looks like as soon as you release these, like, I'm not alone. That's just a belief I keep saying, and I'm not alone. I'm supported. I'm guided. I'm divinely guided. So many people love being around me. I'm a great friend. People love being my friend. People love working with me. People love being my friend. People are interested as lovers and as romantic interests. Whatever the beliefs were, it looks like you replace them, and then the world's like, the universe is like, oh yeah, okay, now that those limiting beliefs aren't blocking it's like these beliefs you set up unconsciously to guard your energy, to protect your energy, but really they are keeping you, your beliefs are the ones that are keeping you away from your own wish fulfillment. Nobody else, just mindset, the way you're perceiving things, pictures. So it feels very empowering, like a lot is happening in this energy and shifting, ending in 9 of Cups, dreams come true. So in the center of your reading, messages from your higher self is the 9 of Wands in reverse. Now, letting down your guard. You're near the end of a cycle. Feels like as you've been protecting your energy, there's a guardedness that's come up now several times in your reading. Who are you guarding your energy from? What are you guarding your energy from? Are you guarding your energy from your shadow? Are you guarding your energy from the truth? Like it would hurt to know these unknown aspects of self. I feel like there's a invitation, like you might have been guarding beliefs of yours that don't work for you anymore. Around your past, around what you thought would work in the past. And now from this new vantage point, you're seeing that that it didn't work. It didn't work the way you expected it to. yeah, there's something from your past, maybe someone or beliefs about your past that aren't, it's like I can't see them, I can't understand them, so I can't have a death and rebirth. But you're coming out of this energy of isolation, of separateness. So it looks like what you're dealing with right now, the complexity, it feels very confusing when I tune into it, and it feels dense and it feels emotional. And so it's harder. It might feel really difficult to move through this energy. What is on the other side is coming out and coming out of this isolated, I'm separate, I'm a black sheep, and you might have, these beliefs might have at some point served a purpose and been true, but are those beliefs serving you now? And it looks like all of this is about you coming out on some other end of this, on the other side of these beliefs. And what's interesting is I still see you alone as an individual right now in this reading, in this aspect, but you don't have the beliefs that you are alone or lonely. So somehow you are still in the same environment physically, but you are no longer feeling separate or alone or distanced or isolated or nobody cares or whatever those beliefs are. It's interesting. It's like a realization that the beliefs are making you feel lonely and separated, not actually being alone, because you could be surrounded by people and still feel this way, a lack of connection, a real soul connections type of energy. So what it looks like is you work through these difficult energies and create new mindsets, and you're like, we cool, I'm good, I trust where I'm at, I have a lot of freedom in this energy, I have a lot of space, I have a lot of time to reflect and appreciate myself and my environment around. It's like a switch, pink, a switch, and you're like, oh my gosh, I love my environment, I love everything around me, I love how it's going, I wouldn't change a thing. That's wild. It doesn't look like anything in your environment changes other than your internal environment, and it makes all the difference. Wow. All right. Again, we've got the 10 of Wands as your challenge now. Let's get the repeats here. So we have 2 world cards, 2 tens, 10 of Wands, both upright. That's your repeats. We've got quite a few 9s here as well. 3 9s. All right. So your challenge is to release your burdens, to release your load, that release beliefs that no longer serve you. Beliefs that might be true right now, but do you want them to be true? Do you want to keep perpetuating those beliefs? Or do you want to change them? Are you stating, your belief, like, well, this is about my world, it's this way. Well, do you want it to be that way? Why are you reinforcing that belief if it's not something that you want? It's time to release your burdens, especially about the past. Old beliefs that no longer serve you. It's time to move on to calmer waters. It looks like a lot of the beliefs that serve you create a lot of chaos and drama and upset. They're not helping. It's around your mental clarity, moving to smoother waters, clearer waters, seeing things clearly. Moving to a new vibration. Yeah, because these old ways of perceiving self and others in your world around you are emotionally unsatisfying. Are my beliefs serving me? Are my beliefs carrying me towards what I want, or are my beliefs limiting me and my ability to receive? Your challenge is to have that victory that you've wanted, allowing that victory to come to you, allowing you to be the person you've always wanted to be. What would you do if it weren't for your beliefs? What is it that you want to do? Who would you prefer to be? I feel like success is really close in regards to this very internal kind of how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your closest connections, how you feel about people in your environment and how they show up for you. I'm getting that if you have had a belief for a long time that people don't love me, people don't care for me, people don't show up for me, do you show up for yourself? Do you care and love for yourself? Do you make decisions based on that? I've got to take care of myself, my soul, my body. Got to take care of my mental and emotional bodies. I'm the manager of myself. I make choices. Have I been making choices that are aligned with taking care of myself in all aspects, or have I been making decisions to try to fit someone else's expectations of me? Where there's a lot here. Nice deep breath. How about a nice deep? All okay. All okay. This is really good. It feels intense because it is so core issues that but it feels like you're really close, and there's a lot of really wonderful new, I don't know, dreams come true on the other side of releasing these beliefs. So wow. All right, let me know what you think. Thank you for any likes, shares, and subscribing. Take care. Bye.